Hi guys, how are you all? I hope you're all good. I just said I'd run through a really popular dinner in this house. It is chicken wrapped in bacon with stuffing in the middle, wrapped up into a fillet that you can then slice into portions. So the first thing you need to do is get your stuffing. You can buy it yourself in the shop or you can make it yourself. I'm going to make my own and I'm going to use burger buns. I just find they give fluffier stuffing as opposed to fresh bread. And I'm going to blitz 2 burger buns, half a red onion, a clove of garlic, salt, pepper and parsley and some butter to bind it all together. So I'll come back when that's done. Okay, stuffing is made and set aside. Then next you want to get your chicken fillets and you want to put them on some cling film and you want to cover them in another layer of cling film. Just roll over your edges so when you do beat them, they don't go everywhere. So yeah, that's it. Just beat them until they're nice and flat and you've got one thin level of chicken. I'll come back. Okay, so they are bet up and you want it to look like that. It's nearly like salmon. And the next step is the bacon and stuffing and that's it, we're done really quick. So I'll come back when I have that ready. Okay, so next up is the bacon. Now, ideally, lovely Parma ham, the thin ham that you can get in the likes of Tesco's is great, but I don't have any of that and I'm not going to Tesco's. So I'm just going to use rashers. So you just line them up top to tail, so it's a nice little square. And then you get your chicken and you just lay that on top. And finally, then you get your stuffing. So there's your chicken on your bacon. If you want, you can put your cling film over it again and give it another little bash just so it all kind of combines in nice. And I'm going to pop some stuffing over and do the same, roll it with the rolling pin so it's a really nice thin square and I'll come back when that's done. Okay, the stuffing is on top and I'm just going to roll it all so it's nice and thin, and you want it thin because we're going to roll this up, so it's going to be a lot easier to roll it up when it's all nice and thin. Don't be afraid to do another bash over in both directions and we'll roll it up next. Okay, so we are ready to roll it. I always put some butter on top because I just live for butter and it makes everything so tasty, but you don't have to do that if you don't want. So what we need to do is, from the long edge, very carefully, flip it over and roll it over into a nice little fillet. And what you need is some of these guys. They're like little cocktail sticks. And you want to stick them in from the edge of the rasher that's sticking out. And just pop it right through. And that way it keeps it all together. So do that right along. And I'll come back. Okay, so all ready for the oven. I have it all pinned together with my little sticks. Just make sure that it's completely held together. Use as many as you need. I've also put in there onion, garlic, carrots, salt, pepper, parsley, and I always use wine in my cooking because it just gives gorgeous flavour. I'm going to cover that with some tin foil, pop in the oven for 20 minutes with the tin foil on, and I'll take the tin foil off for another 20 minutes. You'll know yourself when it's cooked, so maybe an oven 180, and I'll come back to show you how to make the gravy. Look at that gorgeous gravy. You want to get all these little crusty bits off the edges that are burnt on. Mix it up. You're going to strain it and that's your gravy done. Hi guys, okay, so it's all cooked and I'm taking it out of the oven. So it should look like this. I let it cool down before I took the sticks out and I'm going to cut it up and show you how it looks inside. Okay guys, I've taken it out of the oven, I've let it cool down, I've taken my sticks out, and this is what you're left with. A gorgeous little pocket of bacon, chicken and stuffing with all them gorgeous flavours from the wine and the butter and the veg. Serve that with rice, spuds, whatever you like, and veg, and it's an absolute winner. You have it done in an hour, everybody's happy. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you share it, keep my page going, and I will talk to you all soon.